Greetings, friends and Robloxians. Welcome to a Bird Brain Sane video. And welcome to my kingdom, of which I'm going to give you the grand tour. I want to highlight some of my favorite builds, of course my Dragon Obi, and many other things in my island kingdom. My entrance is in the belly of Cupcake, the puppy dragon. This statuesque dragon was a happy accident that evolved into something that I quite like, and it's become a theme throughout the kingdom, as you'll see. Vending is sporadically placed, and I plan to do a more sensible vending setup in the future. DV Plays often points out the importance of vending placement, and he's famous in part for visiting and raiding islands, like he did mine. I'll post a link to that in the description. This was a chicken coop that wasn't closed, but I prefer to show the chickens free range for the purpose of this video. Now we'll go to the castle. On the way, I run into a strange ghost block. I've seen ghost blocks before, but this one is unique. It's able to be pushed around and moved, as my friend Tankman demonstrates. We take this opportunity to do a shameless selfie. The main floor of the castle is the throne room. Under this glass floor is a maze. The glass floor allows spectators to see and root for maze runners. It has an Obi leaderboard, and I give prizes for first place finishers. Here, a random player I invited from the public server takes part in the video to help me show off the maze. He asked for enchanted diamonds, and I promised him one for a first place finish. I usually ask for willing participants before spleeping them into the dungeon. The stool is the main entrance. There's also a secret entrance, but there's no secret exit. I tried to make sure of that. The start flag is triggered upon landing. Competitive runners begin to puzzle out the route. So I frequently go and change the maze a little bit by switching the spot the finish flag is in or rearranging the paths and dead ends. It's not a very difficult maze, I admit. Many players assure me that it's too easy, but I'm not trying to kill anybody with a frustrating task that seems impossible. There are a couple strategically placed signs to help direct players so they know they're on the right track or to turn around and seek the finish elsewhere. Here the maze runner has found the correct exit, and although they didn't set a first place time, I'm feeling generous and give them a gift for being a good sport and helping me show this portion of the kingdom. Behind the castle is the Dragon Obi. This might be my favorite build to date. Let's take a closer look. There is another puppy dragon here, and a bigger dragon. That's my attempt at an Asian-inspired design. These two dragons compose the entry and exit of my Dragon Obi. Also behind the castle there's this wishing well. I admit I stole the design from an inspiring player named CatsandJ4. If you visit Cat and see her similar well, be sure to drop something in and say Bird Brain sent me. Over here in the northwest corner of the kingdom is the Ice Pond Recreation Area. This was inspired by my friend Snowyqueen and Cupcake, for whom I think the puppy dragon was named. The mainland is surrounded by these smaller islands, and they are all connected by bridges that I tried to make unique. This area here is fashioned after a royal garden. I took inspiration from a garden that's in my neighborhood. Across this rickety bridge is the flower breeding sanctuary garden. It's home to all the fertile breeds and all my bees. Can anybody tell me how to get this pink daffodil to reproduce? My friend Teapot44 has the best flowering gardens I've ever seen. In a future video, I'll try and feature her, showing her flower tutorial, and you'll be amazed at her beautiful designs and creative builds. Now we cross the bridge that leads back to the front courtyard, and around to the east side of my little kingdom, to show what in my opinion is one of the funniest builds. This has given me and my friends many laughs, and I mean no harm, though some of this may seem a bit, as DV would say, bully. I'm sorry, that's a weak attempt at a DV impression, but what this is my research laboratory. It was originally designed to house my cow, but because the cow wouldn't stay put, it's evolved into this monstrosity. It has several purposes, all meant for the betterment of players and or the game. We have various settings including the newbie enhancer, the Obi speed enhancer, the personality transfer, and my favorite, the scammer detector. Now, all of these are purely to boost a player's mood and not their actual ability, but the scammer detector I have put into practice with suspect players. You know the ones that just bother your sensibilities. After running into them and running them through this machine, I'll actually kick those suspects from my kingdom. My gracious volunteers here were told that they were getting the personality transfer, but now looking at the settings, it was set for scammer detector. Anyway, they appear to be good people and I am thankful for their help. Now we look behind my spawn point, where I try to keep the things out of view. This is the industrial area. This is where I keep the copper, gold, iron, all those goods, and the other kinds of production that drive the game's economy. I find all this stuff a grind, and I'm highly considering tearing it out. Maybe I'll put it on an alt account so I can concentrate on more creative builds here. If any of my builds are of interest to you and you want more details, please leave me a comment. I've already made a tutorial about my version of the AFK Cry-Iron farm. Please watch my other videos and subscribe. Your thumbs up and comments are so appreciated and will be the motivation to help me keep making more Roblox Islands videos. Let me know if you have a great build and if I should come see it. I'm always inspired by other people's creativity and gameplay. A big shout out to all my friends and everybody who helped me make this video. Thank you so much. Remember to have fun and keep it imaginary.